Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me once again here in Dwarf Fortress mode, in the city of Anvilseal. We're following Stagshill, the Forgotten Beast, as he lurks around within the first cavern layer as we begin episode 53 here. The dwarves stand at the ready in the kill box upstairs. We're just kind of waiting for Stagshill to make his move. And there's been plenty of talk amongst the dwarves about when precisely that will be. And every time Stagshill comes out of the water, he immediately goes back into the water, which is a little disconcerting. But now he's on the move. As soon as I say that, he's wandering around still a little bit, but kind of headed towards the door. I wonder if there's not a way for him to get over there. Just because of all of the trees, perhaps. You can't get through those narrow passageways. 300 years old, though, and is definitely... Well, we've lost him again. But 300 years old, he's probably going to make a run at things at some point here. And most likely, if history is any indicator, I will not be ready for him when he does make his run at our dwarves. Now, we can't really let them stand up there for too much longer. We've got our siege operators and our squads standing at the ready. And they don't seem to really be in a position where, or he doesn't seem to be wanting to come in. And so, you know, maybe we give him maybe we just lock things back up and continue on with our day. Stagshill can stay downstairs and, you know, he can come in when he's good and ready. It does mean, though, that we're going to have to be very careful with how we proceed to open up this cavern layer. And I'm not sure exactly what or why I want to do this now. It seems like there's a lot of good things that we could get out of this, but it also seems like there's not a lot of advantage sometimes. I go back and forth. Let's release the dwarves. There's not very many of them present anyways. Oh, actually, there's a lot of them present. My bad. Oops. Oh, yeah, that's the right one. We can cancel these guys' orders here. And we should see all of these guys go rushing away. There we go. And we'll just keep an eye on the hostile. What are you doing standing there, huh? Go to combat training. All right. Second of granite, early spring. Yeah, they're back to training now. Now, we've actually kind of started up a whole bunch of different projects simultaneously. One of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to get no general work orders allowed here on these workshops. We'll get to you in a minute. But we want to get some spinners because we continue to have issues not processing our pigtails, and we need to be processing those pigtails, you guys. It's really important. So these workshops are going to be spinner workshops. Number one. And what I'm going to do with these is they are going to have some work orders associated to them. And it's going to be spin thread. And do I want them to be spinners? I think I want process plants, don't I? Yeah, that's what I want. Process plants, pigtail. And we're going to do this with... pigtail plant. The amount of pigtail plant items is at least 30. Then process 10 of them. And then we'll go down here and we're going to make the same job. Let's do pigtail. We did that already. Let's put our... I think that's the one I want there. Unrotten processable pigtails. Because some of them have definitely gone rotten. Let's get rid of that. It's greater than 30. Did I do that on this one too? Greater than 30. Pigtails. Unrotten processable pigtails. Let's go here. Whoa. Got tons of seeds. We have so much thread. Oh my god. 2,300 thread. 500 pigtail seeds. Okay, so... most of these are really garbage pigtail trousers. We still need to make more of these guys. That's really the point here. We have plenty of pigtail. Oh, we only have... yeah, we don't have very much. Okay. So, this should... let's just see what happens to this, because downstairs I've got the dyers that take the thread, and these guys weave thread into cloth. I think the process plants is what happens up here. Let's do this too. Yeah, Ushrir has created Essenkak, a pigtail braze. He offers it to the mighty Anvils. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Ah, that's right. Oh, it's already gone. Essenkak. Essenkak? Seems like I'm saying that incorrectly. But let's put it up here. I did click on it, I swear. It just takes a minute, because we have a lot of stuff in our fort. Esnikak. And you know what? There was a ring that we... Wow. Somebody is a mess. A messy dwarf. In fact, I know we didn't put there... I think it was an earring or an earring... an earring or a ring of some kind. And we put it in there. We were going to put it in their house, and then I forgot to come back to it. And where is that house is the question. And I don't know why I can't see it right now. Some of these dwarves have way too many pieces of clothing. Look at this. No way to understand that. There's a toga on the floor there. Put your clothes away, dwarves. Gosh. That's probably the worst that I've ever seen. Who does this belong to? Okay, so it's two of them. Aerith and Mincott. Oh, this is the family. Okay. I can't really blame them for that, I suppose. Here it is. Dumat. And what did Dumat create? Let's find out what he created now that we found it. I looked over it like 3 times and I just didn't see it. He's kind of having a hard time. He's a cook. He's hauling perch. Acquire an object. Be family. Yeah, okay. Dabbling in discipline. Yeah, this guy's struggling. Dastot Rashker is what he created, and he claims it as a family heirloom, so let's put that family heirloom where it belongs. Dastot Rashker is going to go right here. I don't know that that's going to make him any happier, but we can at least hope that... Is he wearing it? Is that what's going on here? Is that why I can't find it? Oh my. Oh my. That's something new that I wasn't expecting. Platinum bracelets. Okay. So he's not wearing it. Where is this thing, you guys? It's right here. Yeah, we dealt with this already. Okay, so how do I put that on display? It's an earring. All right. Oh, boy. You'd think I'd ever played this game before, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's an earring. We just discovered, also, Seabrick's father in this fort. I don't know where his mother is, but his father is also here, which means that's Alath, or Mother's father. Sorry. I know that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense if you remember Mother. Did we get rid of it? Oh no. Oh no, hey, it's gotta be here. It's gotta be here, you guys. Isn't it here? There it is. Oh my gosh. I was about to have a little mental breakdown there. Okay. So let's find Ushrir. Let's find his Ushrir's article here. Treasure of the Mighty Anvils. It's going to be in this big pile here. Oh, gosh. I see, right on the top. Okay, 23,060 for the value. This is a pigtail braze. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with saguaro rib wood and encircled with bands of pigtail, yakmone, and round rhyolite cabochons and cushion-cut clear zircons. It is made from pigtail cloth. This object is adorned with hanging rings of yak bone and menaces with spikes of amethyst. On the item is an image of dwarves in silty clay. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Anvilseal by the mighty anvils of the tapered irons in the early spring of 41. It's about our founding. Esnikek. Did I already put this? It's not marked for a job yet. I wanted to put it in the museum. Okay, it's assigned. Okay, perfect. We're square then. That took way longer than I thought it was going to. So long that now I'm slightly paranoid. Nope. Still keeping an eye out for our friend, Stagshill. But let's go back to Dumet. Dumet, the Duke's dad. Wait a second. Excuse me, it's not the Duke's dad. Seabrick is his father, and I don't know how to read. This is one of his older sons? One of his eldest sons. What's Seabrick up to? Yeah, it is his eldest son. So his eldest son is struggling. 35 years old. Yeah, what is this guy doing as far as labor is concerned? Let's find out. I guess I was on the screen to find out, and then I left it. Here we go. He's assigned to be a cook, and that's pretty much it. You know, I don't know. Let's see if things get worse. We know that his children, many of his children, are here in the fortress. And we've got Dimple Cups coming in. How about these work orders? Let's check the work orders just to make sure. Yeah. Let's rename those shops. But it looks like we're waiting for 30 pigtails. Yeah, perfect. Dwarven child stung by a honeybee. Alright, let's get back down to the caverns, shall we? That's closed off. That's closed off. So it's just here. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap the silvery anvil. And we are going to make it our top priority. To continue doing some digging down here. In a way that makes sense. Another child being born here in the fortress. Let's meet the new arrival, shall we? Please don't... Oh, yeah, she did. She gave birth right here in the hall. Rith Bridgeland. Bridgelod. Sorry. He's a talented... Or she's a talented engraver, stonecutter, mason, stone carver, dabbling siege operator. Yeah, she wants to... she wants excitement. She wants to fight. This is another dwarf that probably could use some time in the military, I would say. Mincott Faith Basement. And let's see, Aerith, her husband, is he's a performer in... Well, he's a performer in the tavern, but right now he's making glass. You just became a parent, and your wife is having the baby in this hallway, in this very hallway. He wants to practice some martial art as well. But his only son, Rith, welcome. Dagada, he says. 0 years old, values introspection, poor focus, disdains commerce, disdains artwork. He's strong and has a good intuition. And he knows his mother and father and Kirar. Rylemzadot. I'm not even going to pronounce that. But that's his god. Yep. Welcome, Rith. That's fantastic. All right. We keep getting interrupted here. Let's fell some trees down here as well. We can do this as priority 4, guys. But let's chop some wood out here. Open this place up a little bit. Here come the squads. We've got a new yak cow. Oops. I hit the right button eventually. And we'll just keep an eye on the squad. You guys are going to station for a little bit here. Just keep an eye on our workers while they work. We'll hopefully keep an eye on that hostel as things happen there. There's going to be a whole bunch of dwarves coming in and out of this area, looking for a hauling job, which is not surprising. Here comes some more hammer dwarves. We may as well put the Valleys of Crystal on patrol as well. Not patrol, but why don't you guys hang out back here? And just while we're cutting down wood and kind of opening this area up just a little bit. Still feels very dangerous out here. Especially with Shagstill. Or Stagshill. Some of the names in this game, man, they really make you work for the pronunciation. And some of them are very simple, and you're like, I could easily pronounce that, no problem. And, well, you know, guess again. You can't. So that drops down. Oh, these cavern layers are confusing. So confusing. Here come all the wheelbarrows and all of the wood haulers. Let's go get that last Those last two tourmalines there. And we'll just keep shaving the cavern walls off here. I might actually have him climb up and channel down on this part here. Our woodcutter, this is Rovad, I think. Yeah, Rovad. He's chopping them trees down. We don't get a chance to do that often. In fact, I think breaking into the cavern layers has been the only time where we've ever actually needed to swing an axe. Where did my squad go? We've got two of them. Probably hungry or thirsty. Made their way back upstairs. I'm wondering if maybe I should put like a dining room or something down here. With a small living quarters so that people can just crash if they're tired. Let's cancel those orders. Oh, here he is. Of course, as soon as I cancel the orders. All right. I have no idea where this guy is in relationship to us. I know he's in this area. There he is. I still don't think he can get to us. That is a labyrinth. We're just going to say that he's not... We're going to keep an eye on him. I think he's going to come right into the fortress if he gets a path. Oh, he might have just gotten the path. Did you figure it out? Oh, yeah, he did. He sure did. All right. Welcome. This is going to be bad. Ral is headed directly towards harm's way. I don't think we can... Let's unpause. Let's bring the burrow up. We're just going to have to fight this thing. Remind me again, what is it that you do? Looking for his description. I don't think we need that much detail, but okay. Description. Under health. A towering quadruped composed of ash. It has an enormous shell and appears to be emaciated. It's flimsy and extremely quick to tire. This might not be that big of a deal. But we've got dwarves. Okay, so they're running. Okay, so they're leaving. Good, good. The burrow worked. Get out of there, guys. We're just advancing time very slowly here. Come on. Come on in. There's nice juicy dwarves inside. Gotcha. You're gonna be sad when you notice. Cancel those orders. And we're gonna see a whole bunch of job cancellations here. And Stag Shill. Yeah, you're captured, buddy. You're not going anywhere. At least not until we're ready for you to. Lovely. That worked out really well. So now, it took quite a while, but we can actually go ahead and Man the bolt throwers. Dwarves. Take care of that yak cow. Our golden pyramid is almost done. Oh, hey, look at that. I made a huge mistake. Should be back one more. Okay, so they're back to sparring, so we can go down here and we can deploy our squads. Station right there. And as soon as they get stationed, we should have a few more dwarves on on machine gun duty here. Oh, that's too bad. It's accomplishing, or it's affecting his mood a little bit. Gotcha, buddy. Got the squads here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is more than enough. So, to that end, and off he goes. Let's follow him as he goes up the stairs. Racing up the stairs. Very quick to tire. Here it comes. Just a hail of gunfire. Oh, and the squads are rushing in. I didn't mean for that to happen. And I think he's dead. Let's make sure nobody died. Stag shell's legs. His shell. Let's kick off the butcher job. I don't think we can butcher him. And I don't think the dwarves are going to want to eat him either, because he's made of ash. But just in case somebody has a taste for ash, we'll try and butcher the poor thing. Okay, you guys are off duty. Good job. Amazing. The kill box works really well, you guys. Maybe we don't have like the most crazy enemies coming up right now. I mean, Vomit and Ash have been the last two forgotten beasts, which seems, it seems a little. Oh, and who got the kill? Well, that was silly. I need to go look and see who got the kill. It's going to be one of these dwarves, I think. Sure. We'll just start at the top, work our way down. Lore, was it you? Militia captain? Very dignified. You got the Etten. It's Etten Slayer there. He's gotten a giant vulture. Tosid. Also a giant vulture. Autumn. No, not you. I know some of you got it. Was it Illidan? It wouldn't surprise me. Athrig. Killed Athrig. And some vultures, so it wasn't Vapik or Illidan. Our Hammerlord Aben. 6 kills. Aben's a little bit of a menace to the local fauna. Nope. Who was it here, folks? Cyclops Bane? No. Oh, part of me helps. Part of me hopes it's our Duke. That would be super cool. Here's Seabrook. Nope, he's just got 2 giant vulture kills to his name. Stagshill! The other Seabrook. So it was a Seabrook, but it's Seabrook Allied Portal. I think we're going to give her a name. A nickname. She's been around for a while, I think. Her name sounds very familiar. And she gets the nickname Ashmaker, is what I'm going to say. Because the monster was made of ash. She wants to wander and make romance. I don't know why I said it like that, but she wants to make romance and she wants to wander. They're all running away. Except for these guys. I don't know why they're... You guys just standing there? Are you socialized? They must have been socializing or chatting a little bit. There's a shell. Yeah, I don't think we're going to butcher this guy. What are you doing? Oh, you're loading. Okay, thank you. Well, that's a good thing. That means that we've got a little bit more agency out here. We can unlock these doors. Those doors working out perfectly, giving our dwarves the opportunity to retreat as needed. This goes down, then the middle layer, and then up. It's really interesting. And we'll just keep watching what's going on down here. Although it's going to be a little while before the dwarves kind of get settled in and return to work. I often think that probably need to change. Squads should not be doing work that is associated with another tool. So if you're in the military, you shouldn't be a woodcutter or a miner. And I know we have a few dwarves that cross those paths right now. And probably going to be a good idea for us to take a look at that. I might do it off camera because that seems rather boring and tedious. All right, back up to 2,200 drink, just like that. Look at all these dimple cups that withered. I've clearly created too much farming. Way too much farming for the fortress that we have, and why is that in there? Should not be in there. Yeah, I've done a very bad job of setting up this textile industry for Anvilseal. I'm not proud of it. We need to get rid of these alpacas. They're probably someone's pet, though, aren't they? Hey, come here. No? Oh, yeah, pet. Don't slaughter the pets. We don't want the pets being eaten. Some of the dwarves would like it, but I'd wager or hazard a guess that most of them would not. Well, the one that owned the pet would not. Lots of dwarves celebrating, relaxing in the tavern. Almost done over here. Yeah. Having another celebration. Some worshippers in some of the temples. That's great. They're just hanging out by the waterfall. It's funny. I think those, yeah. So the tavern goes all the way over there. So does the dining hall. So they can kind of dance around in here as they go through the fortress. Let's go back up to the pyramid. See how I screwed this all up. Well, I think that this particular group of dwarves is getting less and less fearful of forgotten beasts, if you know what I mean. And it's understandable. I think we've had pretty good luck with them so far. We haven't gotten any of the really nasty ones. But the machine gun bolt throwers seem to help. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I've got the... I was like, why aren't they going back out here? That's because we have the burrow on. There's another bull. Bye. Now we're gonna go back and work in the cavern layer. Here they come. Huh. Huh. We could have... I'd be fine if they had, you know, another 40 minutes of this type of music added to the game. Here they come. Yep, get all that wood. We got all these tower caps coming down. Rovod's back at it again. Satisfied after felling a tree. I didn't realize that felling a tree gives a happy thought. But there you go. A good thought. Happy thought, good thought. You name it. So I guess there is a pathway to get into the fortress. It just took Stagshell a little while. Creature made of ash to get into the fortress, or to find his way to the door. It really does look like a mess down here, though. Like if you're starting out here, I mean, I guess if you move diagonally, perhaps. Crawling in between some of those cavern layers, I suppose. That's a suspiciously 3x3 square of gems. What could go wrong? This is the first cavern layer after all, right? Little child. And once we get this, well, we got to figure out how we're going to seal this off first. If that makes sense. Because this is fairly expansive. But once we figure out how to seal it off, then what I think we should do is set up some silk gathering stations. I keep saying that, and then I'm not doing it. So, you know. Waiting on Abin here, joined by another compatriot. Several other miners joining the work here. Let's get rid of that one too. I don't know why I didn't select that to begin with. Whoa, look at that. Rough yellow diamonds. Yum. Mine all this stuff out. Keep going on that. There's some sapphires. Star sapphires. Well, I mean, you can't say no to that. Come on, guys. Our greed knows no bounds. Oh, boy. We're going to get in trouble with this. Some obsidian. Not an uncommon thing. Katem Musar has given birth to a girl. Wow, we've had a lot of births lately. It's like 1 or 2 an episode for a while here. Let's find Katten. Where are you at, Katten? Fenced knower. A knower of fenced. It doesn't really make sense grammatically. This is her 3rd child, and her spouse Dorn Hallcrosses he's a miner. She is also a miner, so this is a mining family that we've got going on here. 3 children. The eldest son is Avuz and Asen. And Lore is the only daughter. Mama, she says. Cephalodim, which loosely translates to entered key. Like an encryption key. I entered the key. Okay, this is not a spelling bee. She's strong. She's slow to hate. She's high willpower. She's low self-esteem. She disdains self-control and peace. She's going to be a violent one, isn't she? Yeah, lots of family. Not here. She begins to talk in a hushed whisper when she's angry. Ooh, yeah, this is one you want to stay away from. Don't piss her off. We'll call her She-Hulk. We wouldn't like her when she's angry. Welcome to the fortress. Brings us up to 128 dwarves. Okay, they're going up here to finish out this mining expedition here. And we're still doing some hauling of various things here. This is starting to look a little bit more open. little bit nicer, if I'm being completely honest. This is one of those things that, like, you don't want to have... I can mine that out, too. You don't want it too open, but you also don't want it so scrunched up together that you can't move through it. And I don't know that we'll find a balance here. We're going to say that the dwarves of Anvilseal are not well versed in this type of situation here. Oh, this is priority 3. Yeah, we don't need to do that. I don't want to mine out below. I don't know what I was worried about with the 3x3. We got a bunch of cool gems out of it. Mama Miner going to take another mining job down here and help her compatriots. How many children do we have? Just as a point of order. Oh, that's quite a few. 8 children right now. Which is a significant number. See some gems down there that I'd like to mine out. Oh, look at that. That's another pretty gem right there. Let's dig that out. Oops. Let's dig that out. Oh yeah, definitely dig that out, guys. Come on. Didn't even see those gems there. More gems. I'm just going to try and level this, bring it down to that same level there. Why? I don't know. It just makes sense in my mind. Could be a bad idea. Who knows? Got more trogs multiplying down here in the caverns. I could do without the trogs, if I'm honest. Seem like a bit of a nuisance, really. I don't think they pose a threat at all to Anvilseal at this point in time. Fish cleaner's gotten attached to a silver warhammer. We need to do like a major labor rebalance, you guys. We need to get our military out of the mining and wood cutting business. We need to make sure that our industries are a little bit more streamlined and specialized, perhaps. I know I said I wasn't going to do that at the beginning of this game, but we have quite a few dwarves who are ne'er-do-well. They're ne'er-do-well level. Look at all those. Purple spindles just out. That's crazy. Why did you stop? Let's get rid of the cave spider. All right, well, this is... Look at all of the spider silk on the lava. I don't know how that works. That's crazy. That's very crazy. I don't understand that. Another little dance party going on. Let's go back over to the housing sector. The residence hall, if you will. The miners are hard at work here. Still have quite a bit of work to do here in the residence hall, I think. Can do some more smoothing, I think. The dwarves do love to smooth. For whatever reason. I'm going to make this into a house. So we won't smooth that. That's just extra work we don't need to do. Maybe a house there. There's definitely going to be some houses along this area here. This might be our... Just continue this mica row. Put like a mica wall along here with some stairs, and then have two above street apartments that kind of kick in there. That would be neat. Mica block floors. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's time to put some floors in here. Just work a little bit on this at every chance that we get, you know? It's like I knew what I wanted. Get our streak going. Can we put some more of that back wall in? Yeah, why not? We'll call it the mica buttress. Almost ready to start channeling down here. Just make sure that there's no issues with that. Doesn't seem like it. It seems like once we're through here, we'll be able to just kick right into that. Maybe a microcline set here. You know? This is going to be a very large, luxurious house, if that makes sense. Nice and luxurious. Let's see. These are what, going 3x5s up here? So yeah, we can do some more 3x5 houses. Maybe just keep building after placement. There we go. This one will be just a hair smaller. Oh boy, he's sleeping. Why are you sleeping there, buddy? That's not where you sleep. Another one sleeping down here. Man, they're just, you guys are giving me fits today. What's going on? We really working you that hard? I would like to think that we're not, but sure seems like maybe we are. Banning some exports. And we'll just keep making mica houses. This is a nice looking material, isn't it? Just don't fall asleep on the floor again, guys. Looking good. Now, if we do make a couple of above ground or above street apartments here, we'll make 2. They'll kind of be small. And we'll make them after we do everything else up here, I think. Although, actually, no, it doesn't really matter, does it? Nope. Animals become a giant one-humped camel. The baby camels are growing up. Part of me thinks we need to, just for old time's sake, let them into the fortress and have a camel roast. Send our dwarves out to have a little hunt. Could do that as well, I suppose. Completed 19 years, beginning the 20th. I'm sorry, we've completed 18 years, we're beginning the 19th. Oh, baby camels are growing up. And boy, does this place look different than when we first started, doesn't it? You know, the thought occurs we should put some stairwells on this on the second floor so that some of these dwarves don't have to walk quite as far. Well, let's go this way. And then maybe we'll build an additional stairwell here. Because that will get us up this side. And we'll have these 2 side little apartments here. And then we'll need to continue the street. Continue the street up there. One of these is going to be a little bit bigger, too, just by the way of how the wall is looking here. I'm actually a little surprised that we have not run out of mica. Actually, quite surprised we haven't run out of mica. It's not an easy thing to come by, at least in my experience. And oops, sure seems like we've got a glut of it here. Okay, so just to make things nice and symmetrical, or as symmetrical as you would expect dwarves to have it, this street actually, interestingly enough, let's do that. I know it doesn't make sense, but the street doesn't follow the same pattern. 296 mica blocks left. Oh, I don't want a reinforced wall. What did I do? Floor. Mica blocks. Boom. That's what we want right there. And we've begun the excavation for the next addition to the residence hall, which is cool. I'll start throwing doors on these little guys. Don't have any residents to live in these halls yet, but that'll come with time. It's so interesting how they'll cut these little swaths. Looks like this one is going kind of an S shape. This one here just didn't really do an S shape, did something else entirely. That's cool. I'm liking the way this is turning out with the interruption of Idgim here to the side. You're living right underneath the lava moat. It makes you wonder, do these dwarves actually care about that at all? You know? Throw some mica blocks down there. This one's going to have some extra space here. So I think what we'll do is we won't throw a wall there. How do I want to divide this? That's the question. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. There we go. I didn't think about that. Ah. All right. I give up. They're too fast. This one's just going to be super small. Both of them are actually really small. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Ushrir, hello, 100 years old. Yeah, these are little apartments. These are like the types of apartments that, you know, if you're going to college, you're going to be super stoked to get one of these. You know? But it's kind of cramped. It's kind of close quarters. And you get there and you're like, ah, man, you know what? This really isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Oh, maybe we'll put some statues or something. You know, put out a spread, make it nice. We need a back wall along here. And that's going to be mica. It's working out good, pretty good, because I know how to count. We'll let that back wall get put in, and then we'll put these other joining pieces in. More homes for more dwarves. Gosh, you get 120 of them. They work pretty darn fast. There's been a few fortresses that I've run offline that I've really enjoyed because I tried to keep them very small. And that was a kind of a unique challenge. It's very, very easy to take on some of these really, really large projects and then have them become overwhelming for a small population. So 120 dwarves is by no stretch of the imagination a large fortress. It's certainly not. But in terms of like 40 or 50 dwarves, it's a order of magnitude more workforce, I guess. Kib has been re-elected. For the year 60. Okay, looks like we can start engraving here. It's already detailed, so that's fine. And more detail. More detail is good. This will be a big microcline house. Let's just make this one right now. I'm kind of excited to see how it turns out. I want to smooth this, so let's put microcline down, and then we'll pull it back up like we do. So we can smooth it so it's consistent. This is going to be palatial. That's a biggin', said all the dwarves together. And this one is going to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, a lot of work there. Definitely a lot of work. Let's check downstairs. See how things are going down here. I'm guessing it's pretty quiet. Yeah, I've got most of the people taking doing work on the residence hall and expanding that out. So not a lot of not high expectations here. Um, while I'm kind of focused in that direction, we should probably just lock these up. Since I don't think there's any more hauling jobs that are going to get canceled if someone tries to go out there. There's, of course, a couple of pieces of firewood that have dropped into the drink there. But, you know, most of the work is happening in this area right now. This dwarf is just... Enith, heartthrob. She was injured in the heart. You have fine quarters. Why did you not make an effort to go there? If someone knows, and you're just watching me, like, he'll figure it out. I'm not going to figure it out. You need to tell me. Drop a comment and explain to me why my dwarves are just falling asleep. Am I working them too hard? It's kind of what it feels like. We've taken on too much. Taking on too much. Let's get those guys taken care of, shall we? Aerith, Zasmozir is overtaken by a Fey mood. That's cool. Zasmozir. That's a lot of Z's in your name there, Aerith. Earth. Let's resume these constructions here. I think I canceled that one. Whoops. Okay, that's looking good. Let's get some doors on these guys. And we can send our folks around with the smoothing machine. You know that machine that they have at the supermarket where they clean the floor? I think it's a waxer. I'm gonna build something for one of our nobles here. It looks like Mayor wants some more bolts. He's actually looking out for the fortress. He just wants to make sure those machine guns never run out of bolts. I love it. Such a proactive mayor. You know? Okay, so his door goes there. We'll put another door here. Let's build some floor. It's hard to tell with microcline on microcline where the floor is actually built and where it's not. Just throwing that out there. Probably need to block those up too. Yeah. All nice and smooth. That's lovely. Good job, guys. Yep, there's one. Door goes right there. The door on this one goes here, I suppose. Right where that dwarf is standing. Ruthlessly efficient. That's what I say. That's looking good. Look at that. It's all nice and smooth back there. I don't know why we need to do that, but it's eking me out a little bit. Ready for a door there. Can't quite put a door there. Someone needs to finish up one of these blocks. There we go. Could not find path. Well, we're definitely working them hard. That's for sure. This one just keeps getting smaller and smaller. There we go. Beautiful blue microcline. Microcline Avenue is a nice place to live if you haven't already figured that out. It's not quite, as far as possible from the central staircase, but it's far enough to where you get less foot traffic. Where you get less foot traffic, and the residents here are pretty respectable. Don't look at Melville's room. Empire's doors. Maybe she's not the messy one. Maybe it's her husband, Selob. But, wow, what a pigsty. I don't know if... Why do we have something here? We have another artifact that hasn't been assigned. Latast Conoscir. Let's go find Latast. He's a tanner. He's socializing. He's very happy. He's elated. Creator of Shinarkim. Oh man, this is several episodes ago, isn't it? Let's find out where Shinarkim is. Shinarkim, the Bright Race. Latast Brass Bridges, family heirloom. Shinarkim, the Bright Race. Okay. Let's take... What is this? It's a skirt. Okay. Just sitting up here. Wasting away in some... I'm sorry, Latast. Let's take care of you right now. One of the happiest dwarves. Keeping everybody else's spirits up should be something that we reward. Let's try and find it in this pile of nonsense here. Oh, not an armor. It's a skirt. There it is. Boom. Got you covered, Latast. Very sorry for that. That was an oversight that I did not intend. More digging. This residence hall is actually going to look really nice when it's done. It'll be a while, though. Our mayor's house turned out really nice. Seems fitting for a mayor's house, you know? We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this little space here. I don't know what to do with it. I'm sure something will come along, so I'm not gonna stress out about it, but something should come along and help us. Oh, hey. Do we have orthoclase, guys? No, we don't have any orthoclase. Rhyolite, microcline, granite, alunite, gabbro. Rock blocks. Yep, let's do this here. Oh, I already made the thing. Come on. There's some orthoclase. And Dwarf Fortress devs, if you're watching, I'm sure I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again. But if I could drag and drop these jobs up and down, or I could put them into like priority queues or like job groups. So like all of my rock jobs I could put in one spot and prioritize them. That would be just splendid. Amount of orthoclase is greater than 5. Then make 5. Should be what all the rest of these are here. Greater than 4. Should be greater than 5. Get this Falerite taken care of. How about Galena? Yeah. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't matter. What do I know? Dwarves you guys should know not to listen to me. Do your own thing. You're way safer. We should check the Justice tab. No open cases. Things are going up very well for no open cases. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know. Shall we start? Shall we start putting in some beds? I think so. You're gonna be beds in the corner there. That'll be kind of cool. Part of me wants to take out these walls and put windows in. You know, I think that would be neat. But we'll leave it for now. Out of beds. Ooh. Let's make some beds. We'll just do 10. 10 is fine. Haven't furnished some bedrooms in a long time. So this is a welcome increase in capacity for Anvilseal. Let's see. We got cabinets we need to put in. Cabinets. Yes. Keep putting the cabinets in. It's fantastic. The cabinetry. Hey! Aerith has made something for us. A chalk to mad. Let's take a look at that in just a moment. We've got to finish putting our cabinets in. They're not going to put themselves in after all. Put some cabinets in these guys. Oh, hey. No. These aren't ready. Not ready, he said. They need to be engraved. Everything within our beautiful city shall be engraved. We don't mess around when it comes to that. That's part of the history of this place, you know? All right. Oh, we didn't put the other cabinet in. You need a cabinet. You get a cabinet. You get a cabinet. You all get cabinets. Even the ones without beds get cabinets. All right, let's take a look at this chalk to mad. I believe that a chalk to mad is a instrument, Laridin Rotic Esrel. I don't appreciate that he used some of my Flexstone. But, yeah, we're not making steel out of it, I guess. Or we're not using it to make steel, so... Good on you. 29,400. This is a chalk to mad. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It's decorated with point-cut green glass gems, cougar leather, and encircled with bands of oval rhyolite cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of chalk, yak bone, giant cave spider silk, and chrysoberyl. Wow. On the item is an image of the clear neutralization, the pigtail braze in red tourmaline. So, a instrument that talks about one of the more recent artifacts that was created here in Anvilseal. On the item is an image of 2 dingoes in a golden barrel. In a golden barrel sounds more fun. Dingo's was his name. The tamad is large handheld metal wind instrument consisting of central wind chest and 11 cylindrical bone pipes. Fitted with free reeds, the musician selects the pitch by pressing the keys to stop holes. The instrument has a 3-octave range going from very low to a middle pitch. It has 3 registers. The low register is a quavering, whispery timbre. The middle register begins at a low pitch and has a sonorous liquid timbre. Nice. And the high register begins at a mid-low pitch and has a full, sharp, wavering timbre. I can tell you which register I would be playing. It's probably the first two, not the second one. Sharp wavering doesn't seem right. So the question is, can we put this into... If we put it on display, it won't be used. But I don't think it's going to be used either way. Let's see where it goes. It's been marked as a job, so someone's picking it up. Rith has picked it up. Rith, the siege operator. Oh. She's taking it to the Temple of the God of Death. The Hall of Remembrance, as it were. And it is in a silver chest here. This is exactly what I wanted to have happen to it, with the exception that I don't know that the dwarf who created it actually worships this god. In fact, it's highly unlikely that he does not. But that's okay. He offered it to Anvilseal. Thank you. What a tremendous gift, right? That's a beautiful instrument. Okay, back to furnishing, because the dwarves can't just drive off to IKEA or whatever store that you have. Someone's getting an Lunite coffer. I didn't realize we had one of those lying around. Yep. Those are cool. Call me a bit weird, but I think that would be fun to live in one of these. Process pigtails has been completed. Okay. Let's go check on that real quick. Kubuk. He's one of the farmers. Our pro farmers are so overwhelmed, you guys. This is ridiculous. I should have done like half of this. We'll know for next time. We've got a very healthy food industry. I'm noticing that we're missing a door here, which I don't really understand why. Oh, it was because somebody had a tantrum and they busted that door in. I totally forgot about that. Look at that taken care of. No problem. Wow, no one's out here. Hardly anyone. They're busy, guys. They're real busy. We've almost got the residence hall, the expansion for the residence hall cleared. That's going to make things interesting. And the question will become, do we want to continue? Do we want to continue that type of expansion? And go out even further. I don't know. By the looks of things, it seems like we're going to run out of room here pretty quick. And this is quite a ways from the central shaft. So I think this is as far as we're going to go. At least in this area for this part of the for this residence hall. This might be the main residence hall, and it might be the only one. Like, we'll put some additional housing over here. And then if I just zoom out just a little bit, yeah, we can basically add, probably 4, maybe 5 more homes along this back wall in this back area. But like, if you're looking at how far someone's going to have to walk to get to the central shaft, that's a long ways. I mean, these guys are already kind of pushing it, and they have to walk around Idgim. So, we need to start exploring other areas to let our dwarves take up residence. I'm not entirely certain where that's going to be, but we'll have to figure that out. For now, though, it's time to conclude episode 53. It's been a little bit of a domestic one with all of the with all the Residence Hall expansion and everything else. But I hope you enjoyed it. We did end up killing a forgotten beast, and visited by a couple of new arrivals to the fortress. Things are going pretty well. The lava and the moat staying up at the right level, even though we did flood that area down in the caverns. So yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you for joining me here in Dwarf Fortress mode, the city of Anvilseal, Zuntir Gambish. As you go on about your day, well, have a little bit of dwarven wine and hit somebody that you know with kindness, or someone you don't know. And we'll see you next time.